Hello everyone. The uninvolved parenting style is when a parent does not respond well to the needs of their children. They provide little affection, support, or love. They also make very few demands on their children. They rarely set rules and do not offer guidance or expectations for behavior. Welcome to Tendo Teens Hub, and I am your host, Linda Kiranda. Today, we continue with our discussion on the different types of parenting styles we have, and today we are looking at a parenting style known as the uninvolved parenting style. Now, you have to understand the uninvolved parenting style is sometimes known as also the neglectful parenting style. So let us dive in and look at what are the common patterns of behavior for the uninvolved parent. Now, pattern number one, that the uninvolved parent acts emotionally distant from their children. Point number two, this parent limits interactions with their children because they are too overwhelmed by their own problems. I know you're out there and you're wondering what kind of problems can a parent have until they limit the interactions with their children. We'll look at that a bit later. Point number three, this type of parent provides little or no supervision. Remember, these are the parents who don't set any guidelines. Number four, this type of parent sets few or no expectations or demands for behavior. Number five, this type of parent, they show little warmth, love, and affection towards their children. Why? Because they are uninvolved in their children's lives. And the last point is this type of parent skips school events and parent-teacher conferences. Yeah? So let us look at what is the difference between the free range parenting versus the uninvolved parents. It is important to note that the uninvolved parenting is not the same as free range parenting, because the uninvolved parents, they have no interest at all in their children's lives. But when you look at the free range parents, they are loving, they are attentive, but the only problem is they give their children plenty of freedom to experience the natural consequences of their actions. Now, I know there are some busy parents who are wondering, how about does it mean that if I am busy, I'm an uninvolved parent? No. You could be a busy parent, but you are caring, you are involved in your children's lives, but it's just that you are a little bit busy. So if you are busy, but during your free time you are in your children's lives, you are involved in their lives, and you care about your children, it doesn't mean you are uninvolved. You are just a busy parent. Yeah. So let us look at what are the causes that causes a parent to be an uninvolved parent, to be neglectful. What is it that causes a parent to neglect their children? So the cause number one is that this parent who is neglectful, you have to understand first that it is not intentional. It could arise from different reasons, and one of the biggest reasons is that when you look at the life of this parent, they were also raised by an uninvolved or a neglectful and dismissive parents. So when they became parents, they find themselves repeating the same patterns they were raised with, and also you'll see them repeating the same style, the same culture that they were used on them. Now they use it on their own children. That is the first point. Another reason why a parent could be uninvolved is because a parent could be sick. They could be engaged in things like drug abuse. They could also be engaged in, they could be having a chronic disease. Yeah, that's why they are wrapped up in their own problems. So you'll see maybe these parents are depressed, they are overworked, they are struggling with drug, substance, and abuse. And so, because of that, they fail to see how them being uninvolved in their children's life is affecting their children. So, those are the few main reasons why parents could be neglectful. So, what are the effects of this parenting style called the uninvolved parenting? So, these are some of the effects that you'll see from the children who have been raised by the uninvolved parent. So these children will display deficits in cognition. They'll perform poorly in almost nearly every area of their lives. They'll have poor social skills, and even academically they'll perform very, very poorly. They'll have poor emotional skills, poor attachment skills, poor social skills. Because of that lack of emotional responsiveness and love from their parents or caretakers or guardians, children raised by these parents, the uninvolved parents, have difficulty forming attachments later in life. They also lack boundaries in the home because there were no boundaries in the home, so it's difficult for them to learn appropriate behavior. So when they go to school or in the social environments, it becomes very difficult for them, and so you'll end up seeing these children are always misbehaving. Yeah. So let us look at what are the outcomes linked to this uninvolved parenting. So children with uninvolved parents, number one, you'll see them, they are anxious or stressed due to the lack of family support. These children are always alone, they are always stressed, they are always anxious because they know they don't have that family support. Another point is these children are emotionally withdrawn. When you look at these children, they are emotionally withdrawn. Another point is these children, you'll see them, they are fearful and they fear becoming dependent on other people. Yeah, these children, they fear becoming dependent on other people. Another point is these children have an increased risk of substance abuse because you see they have not been taught boundaries, they don't have any guidelines, no one is teaching them anything. So they have a risk of drug and substance abuse. Also, another effect is these children have to learn to provide for themselves. Remember, we have looked at another cause for these children, these parents being neglectful, is that they could be depressed, the parents could be depressed, they could be going through divorce, they could be having a chronic illness. So the children end up fending for the family. Maybe there are other siblings and the parents are sick, so these children start working early and taking care of the family. So the last point is these children, they exhibit more delinquency during adolescence. Like we have seen previously, that these children will always be found in the wrong books. If it is school, whichever place they'll be, they'll always be in the wrong books. They'll always be the ones breaking the law. So we know that uninvolved parenting can leave a lasting mark on kids. And also, when it leaves a lasting mark on the kids, it may continue even as they are becoming adults. So if you are raised by an uninvolved parent, you may also fear repeating the same patterns with your own children. But there are things you can do to improve your parenting skills. And some of the things you can do is learn more about parenting. You can read books, go to websites, read articles that are devoted to child rearing, learn more about effective approaches that are beneficial for children. You can take a parenting class, because parenting training also improves parental involvement. And these parental classes, they are check in the local hospital, check in community colleges, even school libraries. You'll find courses for parenting. Another another way you can improve is consider therapy. When you talk to a mental health professional, they can help you contextualize your own experiences and develop new skills that will help you build healthy bonds and boundaries with your kids. Another way you can improve is get involved, make an active effort to spend more time with your children, listen to them, learn about their lives. Changing may not be easy, but it may be more difficult if you are busy. So focus on carving out whatever time you can to devote your undivided attention to your children. Thank you, guys. That is what we had for you today. Thank you for watching us until the end. If you enjoy our content, kindly hit that thumbnail and subscribe, like, and share content. If you have any comments, kindly comment on the comment section. And if you'd like to reach to us, you can reach us through our email, which is tendoteens@gmail.com. Until next time, bye.